Now, the KZN government has today launched Transport Month with a focus on improving its road network. Some residents have complained about the delay in repairing roads destroyed by floods earlier in the year. eNCA's Nqobile Madlala is following this story for us, and she joins us now live. Nqobile, Transport Month comes, about 4 or 5 months after the tragedy that took place in KZN back in April. How are the roads looking so far in terms of repairs there?
Well, Maseko, I think at this point, I'm just going to let the pictures speak for themselves so you can see. This is some of the areas that were basically soaking in water, and they still remain soaking in water. This is about 6 months after the floods. The area you are looking at had most of these houses submerged in water, and because of that water that was affecting the area, as a result, they did open up the road, which was also already affected. But this road remains like this 6 months after. The community here says they cannot have public transport, they cannot get taxis, they have no access to the roads because of what has been happening in this area. In fact, I have asked some of the taxi associations to come in and speak to us. I mean, this has impacted the community quite greatly, and so we want to hear from them what is the plan going forward, because when we spoke to the MEC said they are trying to work on it and that he is communicating with the municipality, but it doesn't look like there's going to be an end in sight. Baba mangasichazele nje njenge taxi association nenze njani mangabe kunje?
Ake ngiqale nje ndodakazi ngizisho mina ngulakhi Ngubeni.
Yebo,
basishamene weMpumalanga Taxi Association. Njoba nifikile ke la siyathokoza kakhulu, siyabonga ukuthi ke nizosibukisa nibone la isimo esinaso njengamanje, noma ke akusona esamanje, sidala sikhona lesimo cishe kuno 4 to 6 months kunje.
Manje babe ngabe senivalile namatekisi ukuthi ahambe la ngesimo salento?
Cha, amatekisi ahamba, akwazi ukuhamba, uyabonela nje ngeke uhambe, ayazama ukuthi adrayathi. Nazi zakhamuzi la siyalanda, ayajika la thatha izakhamuzi, aphinde ashonele yajika thatha izakhamuzi la eJosdale, iJosdale le ndawo.
Manje baba ngokwakho nje ungathi fanele kwenziweni la?
Besicela nje ukuthi umasipala wethu noma ke uhulumeni asize la azosilekelela kule ndawo. Usheshe ulunge lo mgwaqo. Uwona mgwaqo omkhulu, iyona iHammersdale Main Road le. Isisebenzisa kakhulu, uwona mgwaqo obhizi kakhulu, usuka uzohlanganisa iN3 ngale eKitorisha, uhlanganisa iN3 ngapha esikubiza ukuthi ama warehouse no uyale ngako eCliffdale.
Akunithathela imali baba?
Siwesteka kakhulu. Siwesteka kakhulu nje ngoba upetroli sodule kangaka, lezo ndleko zonke sizishaya uzigzathi nje la. Siyacela ukusizakala, sicela kakhulu.
Siyabonga kakhulu baba. Well, I'm going to bring in someone who, if you're looking at those houses, Maseko, I have someone who actually lives in one of the houses that you can see that is still submerged in water here in Hammersdale, and I'm going to ask him now to speak to us about that. Baba, njengobulana nje, how are you affected since your house is still in an area where you can't even walk out?
Hayi, kunzima kakhulu sisi. Abantu baswele ngisho indawo zokuhlala ngoba babekade behlala ehholo, abanye ihholo kwakutholakala ukuthi lizonrenovelwa abakhishwa. Le mizi nje eyayikade icwilile, abantu bahambe bencika kwabanye abantu nakomakhelwana abaseduze, abanye ke bancikiswe nayihlobo zabo. Okwamanje nje akenzeki lutho ngokahulumeni wethu. Sisizwa inhlangano lezi ezimele mhlambe ukuthi zifake lokho kudla, izingubo zokulala, iphantshi kule mphakathi wala. Kodwa nje ngokahulumeni wethu hayi besingakaboni lutho.
Ubaba mangabe nje ungazi uchaze ama struggles eniqondene nawo la, omama mabekhuluma bona bazizwa be safe mangabe kunje?
Hayi, akukho safety. Abantu ngoba kukhalwa nje ngokuthi ama taxi awasakwazi ukusebenza kulomgaqo. Babanjwa inkunzi, bayabulwawa. Esikhathini samanje nje kuneyinkinga eziningi ke. zokuthi awukwazi ngisho ukuthuma ingane mhlambe emall ngesimo sokuthi izobuya isikhala esithi sengibanjiwe mhlambe njengala ngakathandaza station babhizi kakhulu abafana ukubamba khona inkunzi nogogo kabaphephile abahola impesheni babanjwe inkunzi.
Manje baba ucela ukuthi kwenzakaleni?
Nabe ngicela nje ukuthi uhulumeni eke sukume alungise lo mgaqo ebese ebhekelela nalamakhaya lawa alabantu abasahleli kwabanye abantu ukuthi nawo phela abake bekhunjulwe. Akwazi ukuthi ungathi emva kwa 6 months awuzile ebantwini bafika nje omeya babuka bahamba ukuthi kwenzakalani ke emva kwalokho akukho okwenzakalayo ngaphandle ke kwekhansela. Ikhansela liyakhombisa ukuthi liyasebenza kodwa manje ukuthi inkinga ikephi ukuthi kungaqhubeki ukwenzeka kwezinto hayi akwenzeki lutho ngempela sisi.
Sibongeke baba. Well, Masego, these are some of the plights that are being highlighted by the people that live in this area. This is Georgedale. The road that used to be here is called Old Main Road, Thamesdale Old Main Road, and the infrastructure, as you can see, is just... it's done. There's not much to fix. There's not much to salvage. We are told that there were people that were working on this infrastructure. And according to the MEC, is that the municipality is still in conversation. But what I'm hearing here from the taxi association is that no taxis can drive past here. And they're saying that they are losing money because of the petrol that they have to use to maneuver inside. But also what they're explaining is that people here are no longer getting taxis, which is a bit difficult. I mean, we're speaking to the residents a little earlier also, and they were saying that they had some businesses. Some of them have spaza shops here, which generally would generate that money through the trucks that used to go through here and the taxis, and there used to be a taxi rank. None of that now is there. And from what we're looking at, the infrastructure is not yet fixed. And this has been 6 months. And these people here are still looking for a place to stay. Some of them are accommodated by neighbors, which is interesting, Masego, because yesterday we were hearing that the flood victims are in fact getting a space to live in. But some people here still accommodated by neighbors are no help.
All right, Nqobile Madlala, with that heartbreaking story to this day, those floods that happened in April are still, those residents in KZN are still feeling the brunt of what happened back then.